Hey, welcome to another episode of Get Fit with EdFit. And in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 stress management tips for busy CEOs and business owners. Now, a lot of business owners, CEOs that I speak with every day, the ones that I work with as clients, I know that they suffer with a lot of long-term stress, work-related stress from having obviously a high pressure sort of working environment. Not just from their work, but also family life as well. When you combine the pressures of family life and those work pressures, it just leads to long-term stress, which obviously can result in negative implications on your physical health, your mental health. And if this goes on long enough, that can cause illness, disease, burnout, and a long time off of work. So we really need to get a handle on our stress. Now, often we can't eliminate stress altogether. We can't take away the things that are causing us stress. Sometimes we can, but sometimes there's certain things that are beyond our control. But what we can do, what is within our control, is how we manage that stress, how we deal with it. So tip number 1 is a plan. Have you got a plan in place? Is your plan aligned to your goals and vision? Because really your daily plan, your daily schedule should be full of tasks and activities that are aligned to your goals. And often it's when we are not sticking to the plan, this is what causes us a lot of stress. Often, we become reactive to what's going on in our day rather than proactive. So it's really important that we remain disciplined and not get distracted by other things unless they are super urgent. It happens to us all at times. There are things that kind of disrupt our day. We've got plans for our day and then something happens and it disrupts those plans. So, that can happen from time to time, and that's absolutely fine. But if you don't have a plan, then that's going to cause a lot of stress. At least when something does go wrong or disrupts your day, you've got a plan to fall back to. You can get yourself back on track as quickly as possible. It's like having a GPS navigator that, from time to time you take a wrong turn or you get diverted, and then it just reroutes you, it calculates you back onto the route that you're going, and it just always is taking you in that direction towards your goals. So having a plan that you stick to and you're disciplined with, because you've got to be respectful of your time. Often we're not respectful of our own time and we give time to others. If you're not respectful of your own time, then how can you expect others to be respectful of your time? So really be disciplined with your time and stick to the plan. Number 2 is exercise. In particular, lifting weights. I've found I've been hitting the gym for like 23 years now, and that's, lifting weights for me has been a great form of stress relief. And that's how I want you to see it. If you go to the gym, I want you to see it as a form of stress relief. You're not going in there with the intention of being a bodybuilder, lifting the heaviest weights and spending hours in there, because you don't have that kind of time. Just getting in there, lifting some weights from as little as 10 to 30 minutes will suffice. If you don't want to go to the gym, use your body. Doing some body weight exercises in your office at home, again, is going to be an effective way to add that resistance training element into your schedule. And, you're going to feel so great after a good session like that. You're just going to feel so much better. So, lifting weights has been one of my favorite forms of exercise for many years. As I said, about 22, 23 years now. And it's a great form of stress relief, as well as shaping up your body and toning you up and making you look and feel good as well. So number 3 is clean eating. You got to eat clean. If you're putting garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. A lot of the foods that we eat nowadays, especially if you're busy, you're picking up convenience foods, snacks that are just not very good for you. And not good for your body, they're not good for your brain, and it can affect your mood. And it can just make things feel a lot worse, because there's some of these foods that are, you can pick up, they're just full of chemicals, full of rubbish. Like I said, you put in rubbish in, you're going to get rubbish out. So really focus on what you're eating. Focus on good, clean, wholesome foods, single ingredient foods. You pick up an apple, there's not a list of ingredients on an apple because it's just an apple. Single ingredient foods, whole foods are going to be the best foods for your body and for your brain. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend hours in the kitchen. You can pick up an apple from any local supermarket, coffee shop. Even eating on the go, there's a lot of good choices that you can make. There's a lot of bad choices you can make, but there's also plenty of good, healthier choices that you can make as well. Tip number 4 is change your environment. Now, often when I'm stressed, one of the things I like to do is, now I work from home, so one of the things I like to do is sometimes I'll change my environment. I'll go to a coffee shop and work. Oftentimes it might involve me not working at all. I might just go for a walk. We've got lots of green space around where we live. I might go to a local park and just get out, get some fresh air, see some green trees and grass around me, and it really works wonders for your brain and helps clear your mind of any stress. And of course, it's a form of exercise as well as lifting weights. Going for a walk is also another great form of exercise. And again, you don't have to spend hours, just 20-30 minutes out of your day going for a walk is going to be really beneficial. Or if you are going to change your working environment, just finding a nice coffee shop, somewhere that's quiet, and it just, when you're in that new environment, it just triggers more creativity. It gets your brain thinking. It helps to relieve stress. I love changing. When you work in the same four walls every single day, it really can have a negative impact on your mental health, especially during the pandemic. A lot of people are wanting to go back out into the office now and kind of have a mix of going to the office and working from home as well. So you've got that nice work-life balance. You don't want to be every day, every week in the office. You want to have the opportunity to work from home and work in the office and work wherever the hell you want. And most businesses nowadays will allow you to work from anywhere. So just changing your environment from time to time is another really beneficial way. And then tip number 5 is meditation. This is one of my favorites. I started meditating probably about 3 or 4 years ago now. I started and then I stopped. I started again and then I stopped. And I've probably been meditating now consistently every single morning for the last 2 years. And you're probably thinking to yourself, if you say, I don't have time to meditate, well, I'll say to you, that's exactly why you need to do it. That's exactly why you need to find time. And it doesn't take much time. You can start with a minute. You can start with 2 or 3 minutes. Just, it's at first it seems very, very difficult to stop and do nothing because you're used to being busy. But you need that break. You need that change of state. And the beauty of meditation is, really all meditation is just focusing on your breathing. You might think it's a waste of time at first, but believe me, you must give it a go. And there's a lot of apps out there that can help you get started, and you're going to feel a lot of resistance to doing it because you are busy. You're just going to want to carry on and carry on and carry on. But if you keep carrying on, you're going to be forced to stop at some point. So just taking those little micro breaks and starting with some meditation at least once a day, perhaps in the morning, or you can do it in the middle of the day. Try anywhere between 1 and 3 minutes to get started, and you can just build it up to something that you're comfortable with, and you trust me, you will see the benefits. So those are my 5 stress management tips for busy CEOs and business owners. I hope that was helpful. Of course, if you are watching this on the YouTube channel, you like my content, then please do make sure you hit the subscribe button below. If you're listening on the podcast, again, make sure you follow us. And I hope you found these tips useful. And one of the things with what I've shared today is it's nothing new. Okay, you probably are thinking, well, I already know this stuff, but I'm just not doing it. And often that's the case. Most people know what to do, but they're not implementing. And the difference between those who take action and those who don't, the ones that take action often have a plan that they're sticking to. They often have accountability. They're often around like-minded individuals who share their goals and vision. And that's exactly what we offer in our Fit for Life program. So if you are struggling to take action and implement these things at the moment, then I'll pop a little link just below this video. Book in a one-to-one call with me. Let's have a chat. What we'll do, we'll create a game plan for you. We'll look at where you are currently, what some of your big challenges are. We'll look at where you want to get to, and we can map out the steps that are going to help you navigate those challenges and take you from where you are to where you want to be. So click the link below this video, book in a free one-to-one, and I'll look forward to chatting to you soon.